Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant. And are there sales funnel softwares that are just never worth it, whether it comes to the price, the company's business practices, or maybe a combination of both, as you'll see in number 4. There'll be links in the description to a video that walks you through the sales funnel softwares that I do recommend. Here, we're going to be all negative, try to save you some money, time, energy, and let's go ahead and jump in. Number 1 is Builderall. Now, when you go to Builderall's website, it looks too good to be true, and that's pretty much because it is. At just $30 or $50 a month, they pretty much promise to give you everything, something that funnel softwares that are $100 or $150 a month do. And the reason that you see so many people promoting Builderall is this page, because Builderall is a network marketing company that is disguised as a software as a service. Really, the whole business model is about getting people to sign up to Builderall and then sign up other people on Builderall who don't know that Builderall is not actually a good sales funnel solution. So no one who really cares about you and your business and your marketing is going to tell you to use Builderall, because the software itself is not that good. And it might look great because it's only 30 or 50 bucks a month, and you go, well, why? All the features look great. Well, quality matters when it comes to what the software can actually do. And once you jump into the page building interfaces, and once you try to actually use the software, you're going to find there are a ton of bugs. The pages are ridiculously slow at times, and even the interface building is ridiculously slow at times. And if you're on a budget and Builderall looks great, then you should be looking at WordPress. I'm going to go through some WordPress-based funnels that are very inexpensive and will give you a lot more control when compared to Builderall. That's an all-in-one solution where you're pretty much putting all your eggs in one basket. You definitely don't want to do that. Now, number 2 on our list is actually OptimizePress. Now, OptimizePress, there's 2.0, which has been pretty much phased out, and then we have the new and improved 3.0. And while 3.0 is awesome, the problem is that OptimizePress, the company itself, has a propensity to have this huge, gargantuan gap between the old software and the release of the new software. I had this problem with OptimizePress 1.0 way back in 2012 and way back this year in April of 2019, where essentially I was on 1.0 and 2.0. The pages stopped working because they stopped supporting it because they were working on the next version. But there was such a gap that we actually had to move our entire sales funnels to a different solution, Thrive Themes, I'll get to in a second, instead of sticking with OptimizePress, because they were so focused on building the new solution that they stopped supporting the old one and the old stuff stopped working, which, you know, is great because you get 3.0, but just know that it's a company with a proven history of twice abandoning their old software to work on the new software, and you can't run a business waiting on a bunch of developers to create the new one when the current one doesn't work. Now, number 3 on our list is actually Teachable, and to help us illustrate why Teachable is way overpriced, we're going to be using this pricing table comparing Teachable to ClickFunnels and then a WordPress-based solution and Kajabi. So there are a couple of different reasons why people like Teachable. Typically, it's because that it is a course platform that allows you to collect payments, even though there's no upsells and downsells, and essentially deliver your course, and it includes video hosting, which can be a pretty big deal because it saves you a couple $100s a year from paying for Vimeo. However, at $99 a year, when you compare what you can do with Teachable with what you can do with ClickFunnels, all of a sudden it actually makes no sense to be paying $100 a month to Teachable. The only reason that you'd want to use Teachable is if you're in some sort of corporate setting or you absolutely need to be providing quizzes and certifications for your course. I think Teachable is great. But if you don't check either of those 3 boxes, needing quizzes, needing certifications, or you're in a corporate setting, then ClickFunnels or a WordPress-based solution is going to make a whole lot more sense. Because with ClickFunnels, you actually do have the ability to make basic membership websites. It's nothing compared to Teachable, but very basic membership websites. And actually the interfaces are very, very similar because Teachable, you can't modify how your course looks all that much. And then if you're on a tight budget, for less than half the price, you can use something called Thrive Themes in conjunction with MemberPress on a WordPress site and actually have a fully functioning funnel where you're not going to have upsells and downsell sequences like you will with ClickFunnels, but you'll be able to set up all of your membership sites and pages that you need. And actually you can also create corporate accounts and grouped accounts using MemberPress. So even there, you actually can duplicate some of the same features you get with Teachable. Now, one of the big draws with Teachable, of course, is that it is a hosted solution and it's a full-fledged membership website. So if you're not going to be happy with what ClickFunnels can do, you don't want to deal with WordPress, and money isn't an issue, well, I'm assuming it's not because you're going to pay $100 a month for Teachable, then actually Kajabi is going to make a whole lot more sense, because Kajabi has the upsell and downsells of ClickFunnels. It actually has the ability to automate and integrate your emails with your membership sites, and of course it has the ability to create multiple membership websites, and you have a tremendous amount of control as to how those membership sites work when compared to Teachable. So Teachable on this list, just in almost every angle you look at it, doesn't make sense for the price. Now, the final one on our list is the stealer, and that's going to be LeadPages. And there's two reasons why LeadPages comes in at number 4 for the worst piece of software that you could be purchasing to build your sales funnels or generate leads online. And that simply comes down to the price and the fact they've actually straight up stolen other developers' WordPress plugins and modified them a little bit and then pretty much called them their own. If you want to learn more about that, I'll link in the description to a video by Adam over at WP Crafter, where he actually goes through what they did. They actually took some stuff that Elegant Themes had designed and pretty much changed it just enough so it was legal and then slapped their name on it. So it's a classic example of a big venture-backed company pretty much stepping on the little guys, and the people at Elegant Themes is a small team of just a couple developers. They work really hard. They really care about their customers, and so that's just a really crummy thing to do. So I would recommend not doing business with a business that thinks that kind of behavior is okay. But if that doesn't matter to you, then let's go ahead and talk about price, because when it comes to price, LeadPages is so overpriced, it's ridiculous. So you're going to wind up paying $79 a month. I'm not going to be looking at their smaller plan because their smaller plan doesn't include split testing. So you need to pay $80 a month because you need to split test in order to improve your landing pages. It's just kind of a must. It's ridiculous that you have to pay $80 just to have that split testing feature. And at $79 a month, you're paying just $20 shy of, drumroll, ClickFunnels. So I know I keep mentioning ClickFunnels, but it's an easy comparison where when you compare the $79 a month you'd pay for LeadPages and you look at what you could get for just $20 more with ClickFunnels, it pretty much makes no sense to save the $20 to use LeadPages versus all the extra features you can get with ClickFunnels, because LeadPages does a really good job with having a bunch of different templates, allowing you to split test your landing pages, grow your email list, and they even have a very basic checkout function. So you can actually have a fully functioning sales funnel for $80 a month. The problem, though, is when you compare it to ClickFunnels at just $20 more a month, all of a sudden you realize that you're giving up the ability to have upsells, you're giving up the ability to create advanced funnel sequences, and of course you're giving up the ability to have a basic membership website. And I think all of those are definitely worth just paying an extra $20 a month for. So that does it for 4 sales funnel builder solutions that you definitely want to avoid. Builderall, just because it's a terrible piece of software. OptimizePress, not because the software is bad, but because the company has a really bad track record of not keeping their software updated. Then we have Teachable, which is just overpriced for what it provides. And then we have LeadPages because they're stolen from little people. I just don't like doing business with those types of companies. And the fact that it's just overpriced when you compare it to what you could get for just $20 more a month with ClickFunnels. So I'm curious what you think of this list. And if you use any of these 4 pieces of software, go ahead and comment below with your counter arguments or points, because your insights and experience is going to help other people figure out which software is best for them. Of course, if you're going to be promoting Builderall, I'm just going to give you a thumbs down because I know you're trying to get an affiliate commission or justify promoting a garbage piece of software. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more review videos and just raw truth about what works and what doesn't with all of these software solutions. No affiliate links in the description because ultimately I don't care what you purchase. I just want to make sure that you get something that actually works and you don't waste any time or money on a software that's not actually the best solution. So until the next, keep building the business you love.